Hello, thanks for joining me for another review. Right, today we've got a new beer, or fairly new, about, what are we now, the 9th of February already? February already, 2018. I think this came out in beginning of December time. Anyway, Time and Tide Brewing Company, they're out of Warmer Deal, and this is their Kahuna IPL. As you can see, all the information there: Centennial, Simcoe and Mosaic hops, 7.2% ABV, 40 IBUs. Quite a nice spring-like looking can with, I don't know if they're daffodils or whatever they are. So yeah, this is a 440ml can. All their cans now are 440ml. Beers I've reviewed before in the 330s, and probably bottles as well. I think the Smuggler's Stout now is in a 440ml can. Well, I think I've reviewed it, was it 2015? July of 2015, it was just in a bottle, 330ml bottle. So yeah, so this is batch number 157. It's got a best before the 17th of October of 2018. There you go. Purchased this beer at Moonshine Billy's in Ramsgate. I don't think they're on social media or anything, so if you're in Ramsgate, you've got the Ravensgate Arms, and just a little bit further down in towards the town on the right hand side, about 100 yards or so. So other spiel apart from the hops are the malt is Pilsner and the yeast is lager. So not had too many IPLs. I'm not sure where I am with this style of beer. Well, it doesn't look like a lager, of course. It's hazy. It's got that kind of. It's got a little bit of. I mean, looking at it this way into the camera, it's got like a little bit more malt than I was expecting. But obviously, into the light, yeah, it's looking more like a pale ale in the light. But yeah, a little bit more malt. That's probably more of a truer kind of look of the beer, what you're seeing there. So, had a half a finger of, yeah, a mixture of tightly packed bubbles on top and some real kind of bigger bubbles around the outside. General carbonation running through the beer. Get aroma. Yeah, it's a hoppy lager, as an IPL would be, in them hop varieties as well. Centennial, Simcoe and Mosaic in a lager. It almost seems like a waste of hops to me sometimes when they put these fantastic ingredients and then with a malt of Pilsner. So that's just me. Yeah, definitely hoppy, slightly resinous almost. Maybe that's the Centennial. Not really picking up much of the malts or the yeast. There's a little bit of a kind of a soft flowery note as well I'm picking up, so maybe that's it. It's your eye. A little bit, maybe a little bit bready, slightly sweet. Yeah, I mean it's cold, it's chilled, but it's been out of the fridge for probably about an hour, so but it's quite a cold room I'm in, so let's give it a try. Cheers. Definitely picking up, I think it's the Simcoe, the Centennial hops. It's got a very kind of familiar taste to me. It's actually, that's a little bit piney, a little bit dry after that first initial mouthful. Pine needles, slightly drying, a little bit tropical, certainly a little bit dank as well. That's the hop part. This is probably one of the most hoppiest IPLs I've ever had. India Pale Lager. It's the and the other spiel. Yeah, and it goes into ingredients: water, which you already, I think you might have known that. Water, barley, not two waters. I just said it twice. Barley, hops, and yeast. Time timeandtidebrewing.co.uk is the website, so check them out. I'll put the links down below. Got quite a decent playlist for this brewery now, over the last 3 years. Yeah, so they're out of Eastery in Kent. I think they started off in Deal. I'm not too sure. Leaving a little bit of lacing on the glass. It's very nice. It's a slight resinous on it. I'm not picking up the ABV. 7.2. Probably where that flavour's been bumped up a little bit. Yeah, it's a very nice beer. It almost comes across as more, to me, as like an Imperial Pale Ale or just a single IPA, rather than a... I'm not picking up much of that kind of lager quality or Pilsner malt or whatever is in this beer, as I've already said. I'm not really picking up much of that. It's it's super drinkable for the ABV. I mean, it's pouring out, yeah, it's not looking too hazy, but yeah, in the glass. Look at that. Let's see if it clouds up any more. Yeah, let's look at that. So there's a few kind of, look at that, you see that difference there, and that's not the light or something white. There's the cloudiness, it's just coming down there now, like a fog drifting in off the sea. So the yeast is lager. How often do you see it? You can really see it now. You don't really see many lagers that are unfiltered, really. I mean, I don't drink a lot of lagers. Every now and again I'll have a lager, you know. If I'm doing like one of these beer analysis things or anything like that, I'll buy one. Normally just one. If I have to buy a 4-pack, then I'll buy a 4-pack, reluctantly, kind of thing. That's probably the only time, unless I go to a wedding or something, or something, not so, you know, a funeral or something like that, you know, one of them kind of a thing, to go to a pub and all that kind of thing, then I'll have one. If there's nothing else on, I'll have one, but generally I don't really drink many lagers, although I do like a good Pilsner. I got into the Pilsners last year. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's get back to this beer. If you gave this to someone who was a lager drinker, oh yeah, try this. It's got a little bit more flavour. An IPL. IPL? What's that? Oh yeah, try it. This, they probably wouldn't like it. You may as well just give them an IPA. But for my palate, where I am now with beer, this is really nice. But I don't drink these thinking, oh, I'm going to have a decent lager. I'm drinking this along the lines of a mixed bag, almost like a hybrid beer. This is more, as I've said, towards a pale ale single IPA. 7.2 is quite big. And another thing, if say you did get someone who drinks a lot of lagers drinking this, they'll probably try and session it. It's 7.2. You know, if they're gonna, oh yeah, I'll drink 10 pints of lager. You can't drink 10 pints of this. Well, you probably, you know, you could, but you're gonna be in trouble. Basically, you're gonna be out of action for the next day for sure. Can't drive or any of that stuff. Not with this sort of thing. Anyway, going off at a tangent. Let me give it a rating. Probably one of the better IPLs that I've had. Not that I've had many, one or two probably. I really like it, but then I like my hops, and I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10. I really do think this is a good beer, so it's a 4.25 out of 5 for Untapped for me. Checking it Untapped then, it's only had a total of 8 ratings, or not 8 ratings, 8 actual check-ins one in the last 30 days, so it's really not many people have had this. 6 people have rated this, and for some reason it's not actually coming up on the actual scoring, so perhaps you need a minimum of 10 people to rate it. I have no idea. I think that's the scale of another crappy online, not another because I like Untapped, a crappy points scoring kind of rating on beers. Anyway, so yeah, it's an 8.5 out of 10 from me. If you see it sort of in East Kent or online or anything or whatever, let me know if you have it. Let me know what you think about it. I do like these bigger cans that they're doing now. I think it's really cool. I've got another beer coming up. I can't even remember what it is. A pale ale. Is it Elno's Fire or something like that? So that'll be coming up. Big green can, same size. That'll come up soon. Anyway, thanks for watching. I've waffled on far too long, and I'll see you on the next review. Cheers.